Week 1 of our reign as the #1 team. What nervous times, but we showed our mettle against that Wolfpack. And speaking of metal, I'm about to grind a little metal about those Bills. 12 years of this is enough. Well, Cuse fans, what's our first test as the #1 ranked team in the country? A team that in a couple of years is going to be a regular conference opponent for us. And this was our first true road test, too. Traveling down to Raleigh, North Carolina, onto the court that the great Jimmy Valvano once walked as the coach of the Wolfpack. And that's who we played, North Carolina State. But boy, these Wolves looked like they were out to have a few oranges for dinner. Although, the Wolves don't eat a lot of fruit. Wolves like to go after some meat. And you know what? When it first started, the Wolves looked like they were going after some meat. That was a great start by the Wolfpack. But then the Orange kicked it into gear, and they scored 20 consecutive points right there near the end of the first half, taking a big halftime lead. And then as the second half started, the Wolves started looking for meat again, and they closed it to within 2. But again, the Orange showed how deep and talented they were, and they at times just toyed with North Carolina State. And you know what? We sent these Wolves away not looking like predators, but like ones that maybe want to change their ways. Because, these Wolves didn't get dinner. We could have almost had something else for dinner. But the truth is, I do like real life Wolves. But these Wolves were turned away 88-72. And boy, Dion Waiters is definitely emerging as a star. This sophomore had 22 points and some very authoritative jams. And also the old standbys, Chris Joseph and Scoop Jardine, popping in great performances again. And also C.J. Fair and James Sutherland off the bench with some great points and some great play. This is a very deep and talented Orange team, and we could be #1 for quite a while. Because, we have our final 2 non-conference opponents coming up. Although you kind of have to look at it. Bucknell is the first team we play on Tuesday night. But who knows? Bucknell could jump up and bite us like they did years ago in the Dome when Bucknell was the top team in their conference. Although Bucknell, I do think, is close to being the top team in their conference again. So we can't take these Bison from Lewisburg, Pennsylvania lightly. But the other team we should have no problem with. Heck, their football team gave us quite a scare. But I don't think the basketball team from New Orleans is going to give us any scare. Tulane comes into the Dome on Thursday. And then that's it for non-conference until the NCAA tournament. Because after that, it's all Big East, baby. Starting with Seton Hall next week. This reign at #1 could go for another 3 weeks. Maybe longer if we're lucky. But it's time to start the real season in a couple of weeks. It's almost conference time, baby. But now we go from the good to the bad. A change, thank you. Damn, I don't know why I do these changes anymore. 12 years of this. 12 years. I kind of wonder if after the forward pass there in the playoff game one of those years ago against Tennessee, whether some thing has been cast over the Bills. Heck, for the longest time, the Boston Red Sox has had the curse of the Bambino. And also, for the longest time, the Chicago Cubs has had the curse of the Billy Goat, plus also Bartman. Is there something to say about the curse of the Bills? 12 years of this is enough. It looked like it was finally lifted this year with the way we started, and especially that big win against New England. But you know, that was the only hurrah. As you know what? This Bills team, it just makes me want to pull my hair out. And I still have a full head of hair. What has Ryan Fitzpatrick done since he signed that contract extension? You know what he's done? Nothing. Be a bum, just like that beard he's growing. Who knows why an Ivy League grad would want to grow a beard like that? Only a philosopher from an Ivy League school would grow a beard like that. Does Ryan Fitzpatrick look like a philosopher? Let's see. I'm Plato, and yeah, I got a philosophy. I think, therefore I suck. Boy, Rene Descartes would have a lot of fun with that. You know, I think, therefore I suck. Because that's exactly what you've done. Now you know what, Fitzpatrick? Instead of leading the Bills like you did in the first 7 games, you lead the league in INTs. And what's with this, you know? Miami, a team that a few weeks ago we should have swept, but now they swept us. And that's the biggest embarrassment to the Bills fans, being swept by a team that was our biggest rival. Now, when they come to Orchard Park, they can't even sell out Ralph Wilson Stadium. You know how low that is? And also, Chan Gailey and Buddy Nix seeming to have no answers. You came in 2 years ago preaching what you were going to do. But you know what your southern fried butts have done leading the Bills? Absolutely nothing. It's time you guys got back south down to Georgia or wherever you came from. As you know what you've done? Absolutely nothing. And 12 years. It's been 12 years since Detroit was in the playoffs. Another team from a hard-scrabble area of the United States. But you know, Detroit looks ready to end their drought because of their clutch win against Oakland yesterday. And especially the dirty guy of the NFL, Nanakum Suh, blocking Sebastian Janikowski's field goal. It shows you what's going to happen, you know. We've already been a punchline for a long time. We're going to be a punchline even more. And with Tim Tebow and the Broncos coming to the Orchard Park Christmas Eve, you got to wonder, is there some divine intervention that seems to be going on? Because the truth is, I do think Tebow's a decent young man. Any man that's one that's God-fearing is one I respect. But I don't respect the ones who like to mock him. But you know, I hope Tebow and the Broncos have an off day against the Bills. Because Tebow and the Broncos are still in the hunt for the playoffs. And the truth is, once New Year's Day comes, I shudder to think what's going to happen to the Bills when they play Tom Brady and the Patriots again in a place where the Bills have never won. The end of this year can't come soon enough. The end of this regime hopefully can't come soon enough. Because you know what Buffalo needs? A complete and total house cleaning. We got to start over, and we got to really get our things in gear. 12 years of suffering's enough, Buffalo fans. I'm Ken Haas, and that's my story for this week.